Hi everyone! We're Heather and Jared, and we are a wedding photography duo. We just got back from a trip to California, and it was amazing. And now that we're back, we gotta get to work.
So we thought we'd share with you our 3 favorite tips on how to beat the odds. The divorce rate, I feel like most statistics are made up on the spot, so we're gonna
70%.
say 40 to 60 to 70 is what first-time marriages are, divorce rate. So tip number 1 for beating the odds is surround yourself with healthy influences. People are social beings, and we see what normal is and what's acceptable by those people that we surround ourselves with. So the relationships that we surround ourselves with are always having an influence on us. The people that we surround ourselves with gives us a benchmark for how we're going to treat each other. So we like to surround ourselves with people that have healthy marriages, that treat each other with respect, that are lovey and kissy, and just really all around good people. We just got back from California, like Jared said, and we were with our best friends, and they give us a really good benchmark for what we want to be. They've been together for more than 10 years. They have 2 kids, and they still make time to have kissy face. And they're just really good people for us to surround ourselves with. I mean, actually, we're really fortunate to have lots of really great friends, but it's really important to surround yourselves with marriages that you want to be.
Positive influences.
Yep. So Jared has a really good example of kind of like, I guess, the kind of example that people can have on you as far as influences go. Why don't you tell them about your salad versus Burger King example?
Oh, so if you're, I was talking to Heather, and I guess my analogy for this is if we were working in a kiosk in a mall. I don't know why. That's where I imagine myself working. Kiosk in a mall.
He's got big dreams.
Big dreams. Big dreams. So if we're in a kiosk in a mall, and right across from us in the food court is Burger King, and they're flipping their burgers all the time, and that's what you're getting, like, wafting in front of you, and that's what you're seeing. That's what's in your periphery. It makes it an easy choice. That's like it's in your subconscious. It's like it's there. If you have like a awesome like salad place right there that's making these cool, organic, delicious looking salads, then that's easy also. So like what you surround yourself with becomes an easy choice. What you surround yourself with is like your reflex, I guess. Like that's what it's your go-to.
Which kind of leads us into number 2, which is confidence in
your relationship.
In your relationship.
So I believe in self-fulfilling prophecies. Say it, believe it, be it. If you say something enough, you'll start to believe it, and once you believe something, it becomes your reality, which is why it's important to censor your inner dialogue. So we all have this idea of what our goal relationship is, what our ideal marriage could be. Sometimes that can be undermined by what you tell yourself, in a negative beliefs, negative self-talk, or negative talk between the relationship, saying like, we're not going to make it, we don't have enough in common, we're not this, we're not that, yada, yada, yada. What you're telling yourself is becoming a belief. So you've got your beliefs over here, and you got your goals, but your beliefs aren't aligning with your goals. So you need to take control of the dialogue and bring mindfulness into it and say, okay, well, this isn't what I want to happen, so I'm not going to say it to myself. And if I'm not saying it to myself, then what am I saying? Replace it with something good. I'm going to find the good in whatever's happening, and I'm going to focus on that, because that's going to change my belief, which is going to change my reality.
Which is going to give you confidence in your beliefs, and then your beliefs are going to align with your goals.
Absolutely. And that applies to all kinds of areas in your life, but right now we're focusing on in a relationship, so like specifically like bringing it for a marriage.
Number 3 is one of our favorites, and it's leaning in And that is, we read this article about leaning in, and we kind of have taken it and used it in our marriage, and it's just really making an effort to show interest in the interest that your spouse has. So it can be something as big as your husband deciding to be a wedding photographer with you, or as little as something to me looking out the window and saying, hey Jared, look, a pretty bird, and him getting up from what he's doing and walking over to the window to look. If it's important to me, it's important to you, or if it's important to you, it's important to me, kind of is the kind of mindset that we have. And so something, I guess, on a bigger level is Jared is really interested in jiu-jitsu. I could be the kind of wife who says, that's his thing, I'm not gonna take any part in it, and I don't want anything to do with it. But instead, I think it's really important to build the connections and be interested in what he's interested in. Even if it's not something that I'm hugely interested in, I'm gonna do more than just show up to his competitions. I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna listen to him, and I'm gonna have conversations with him about different matches or different moves he learned, or I might even buy a gi and train with him in our game room, because I think it's just really cool to lean in and to get to know your spouse on a different level. And so I could make him smoothies after his workout. I could, make sure he's got a clean gi to wear for practice. I'm always there making sure that he has the support he needs, but also I want him to know that I care and that I'm interested.
Yep, it's showing that she cares. And she doesn't have to be, she doesn't have to work towards being a black belt in jiu-jitsu, just like, I don't have to run the business as much as she does. Like she is really the heart of this. Mm-hmm. You're awesome. But the effort is what's attractive. So if I'm making an effort in photography, and if I'm trying my hardest to bring all I can to this business, then she's going to see that, and she's going to reciprocate it by showing it, like putting effort into different areas of our marriage, and that comes down to everything. Like if you're showing effort, and if I'm showing effort, then she's going to show effort, and
it's super attractive. I mean, we don't have to be the best at what we do, but showing an effort is what matters, because that's going to make our spouse attracted to us, and then we're going to be attracted to them. And just showing that effort and leaning in and being interested and showing that you care. So surround yourself with healthy relationships, have confidence in your marriage, and lean in and care about what the other person cares about. I think those are our 3 ways to beat the odds. Why do I always end on that?
Sing it. You gotta sing it.
Oh, look!
Scene.